Yeah, I think maybe you know upgrade stealth somehow.
Alright, so 3 of them are in a lobby. Looks like they're waiting on one person.
What match chat are they?
They are match chat 3. Alright, and their game has started.
A Robert spec. Let's do this. Your voice is too low. Nalka said your voice sound is too low.
Yeah, I'll turn that up a bit, see if that helps at all.
Turn me up, baby.
I will turn you up as well.
So we got the Tendy twins. Hey.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly better casting without 2 webcams because the webcams take up too much space.
Yeah, I don't even know where we'd put them.
I mean, bottom left and bottom right.
Yeah. Then you're covering up gems and stuff, though. It does make it...
No.
It makes it kind of tough in a 2v2 scenario. We'd have to...
No, bottom left, bottom right, you actually could pretty easily. Because I put mine like there, you just put it on the side, yeah.
Alright, so
they...
Syntheria and McSlippy both burned orange. Both dropped a Niga recruit. Robert drops a Thane on the other side of one.
So Robert's yellow-blue with Fires of Creation. E-Robert is always bringing some interesting decks to this. I like it. He's always got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, he plays a lot of fun decks.
Just how the game should be played. I mean, sometimes you want to go hard and just use that meta deck and really learn it out.
Then it looks like purple-yellow.
How do you say that name?
I'm not sure how Sal.
I'm just gonna say Sal.
Okay. So purple-yellow is in general, it's been a control deck usually. So I assume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I assume that's what he's doing.
A ton of those big minions too at the end and for purple.
Yeah, so yellow stalls pretty well, and then you got a bunch of fatties that you can drop as you get higher in the mana.
Yellow green, like I played some of it, but I never realized how much stuns they have. Like I played them and I don't even get to play the game. It's just a bunch of stuns. They got the Night Hag and then they got the.
They do. Yellow has quite a bit of stall. Yeah.
And Bella, it's like, oh my goodness, can I play the game, please?
Yeah, they have quite a bit of stall, which makes playing against them pretty difficult.
Just more recruits coming out for the Tendy twins.
So
orange green
over here, and McSlippy is still on double orange, though he is most likely Nella color.
I wonder if they're running mirror. People have been saying they've been seeing a lot of mirror decks in here.
Yeah, it's a potential that he could be orange green. You have to burn double orange to be able to play the recruiter on 2, so.
It's the Harvester. Harvester just got a buff / nerf / neither.
I consider it a nerf, but I know some people have said it's good.
Just spawns a maze. It doesn't spawn a maze. You get a maze in your hand. I think it would be cool if it spawned a maze.
I agree. I think if it put the maze where it was, then it would probably be better. But
that'd be cool.
So getting the Bemini Falls under the Thane is pretty good because it allows him to get the regen too. So he heals back up, so once again they have the issue of the Thane. So McSlippy is a purple-orange over here.
Lots of colors in this game.
Yeah.
No red.
I will up our voices a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, people can always turn it down, so.
Yeah.
Ooh. Serendipity, Ifrit. Ifrit. So McSlippy's got a pretty good board up there. What the? That is Tropanor and when your opponent creates a minion, gain 1 temporary mana. Interesting. But like, why have that over a data core?
He probably runs both, if we're being honest.
I think data core is way better. I was trying a data core deck.
Yeah.
Core and just
I
trying
mean,
to get a lot of mana to spawn bigger minions early.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I would say he's probably playing both.
What's Saros gonna do about these recruits over here?
Yeah, there's some decent sized stuff over there.
How many cards? He's got 6 cards in hand, so 5. Because the Biting Blade. He's got to have something.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't even know. Yohui wouldn't be great.
Yeah, I mean, it would just die and it wouldn't even trade into either of those.
Someone was telling me the other day, or I heard someone talking about Fires of Creation.
Yeah.
If once you get to a certain amount, they all are the same name, so you can just seal them.
Oh, the Forgelings?
Like they change names, but then once they get to like 6 or 7, they're all the same.
Interesting.
But I don't know.
So he plays out the Vixen and kind of just ignores the stuff on the right.
And it is winter though, so maybe they have Rober's got a Thunderclap or Magnus coming next turn.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well. They
could both have Misanthropia possibility.
I don't think they want to use that once they played out the Vixen. Though she's not bringing back anything right now. So
turn the bottom Spirit. So
yeah, they don't have a Spirit yet. So
Spirit she could have what the motorcycle.
It's usually the motorcycle with purple, so that they can play a.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good because it goes right to the Boneyard, then comes right back.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty cool combo. I'm really excited. I bet so they got all these names for the cards. Like they got spirits, canines, whatever, whatnot, undead, elemental. Like they don't have that much synergies with them besides like vampire. But I bet once we have some expansions, there'll be some really cool synergies to play around with.
Yeah, I think the tribal stuff will definitely expand. So he's just gonna seal the Thane.
Huh. That's interesting seal.
I'm not a huge fan of that seal. That puts him pretty far behind now.
Puts him really far behind early.
Yeah. Seal on turn 4 is always kind of risky.
4, and now he only has 1 orange gem, so can't play that.
Can't play a lot of things. Yeah.
McSlippy is just building board presence over here.
Though, like you said, if Robert's got a Thunderclap or a Magnus, that kills everything except the Ifrit on the far right.
Yeah, he's got to be playing one of those on that Bemeni Falls.
Though, of course, they could maybe not have it, and they could be considering dropping a Misanthropia on this board.
Yeah, what's up, Eric? How you doing, dude?
So he just moves the Vixen over to kill that unit.
No way they don't have any clears.
It looks like they don't have any clears.
Yeah, they would have played it by now.
Yeah.
So, satellite.
So this minion does have Blast, so he'll be able to kill the Ifrit. Oh, now he's got the motorcycle out, so if his Vixen can survive another turn, then it starts to really get some value because it'll bring back Racer and Shadow every turn. And that can be really good to just put out the Racer and have it slam into something.
Yeah, you get that this pretty early, and you literally get that every turn. It's not ephemeral, right? Yeah.
No, it's just
cycle that.
Yeah, it's just an every turn thing.
Pretty cool.
Fortune favors us.
Parry at the gates, drawn 2 cards. Card is crazy. Really Great card. Fits in any orange deck. One of the probably the best draw card in the game, I'd say.
I would agree with that statement.
What do you seek?
Razil is going to be tough for them to deal with.
I mean,
It almost has to be a
could be
Misanthropia.
Misanthropia.
Yeah.
Yep.
It almost has to be a Misanthropia.
They're both yellow. So Rosie just has to burn one yellow.
Though
like
they do have the jamming satellite that they can suppress him with, so they have some time.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, they'll use the Misanthropia. That's probably a good call.
Yeah, really not much to do.
The Vixen will unfortunately die now.
Some twins on the board. Has E-Rover used that artifact yet? The band?
I mean,
Drafter band?
so he doesn't have to use it. Like when they create something, he gets mana.
Oh, I
So
see.
it's not like it's something he actively has to use. So he just gets it for his next turn.
Yeah, I really want them to make artifacts better because they're pretty fun to play with. Even if you don't have like an artifact-centric deck, like just have one or two, you know? It makes a deck more variant because I like the ones like the Molten Core or like the Data Core, like you have an option to use it.
Yeah.
It's like having an extra little ability. A lot of them just cost so much, I feel like your tempo swing just gets killed by using one of those.
Fortune favors us.
So Sin Theory and McSlippy are staying in this pretty well because they both played a parry. They both have pretty big hands compared to E-Rover and Saris, who both are pretty low on cards.
E-Rover has 2 cards in his hand.
At last.
So here, E-Rover is stacking up this jam satellite.
So he can use it. Yeah.
Interesting play there. So he silences the Scion, so he doesn't.
Oh.
But Scion is usually immune.
Oh, so this is interesting. So Robert can probably use that since it's in the middle and he has some temporary mana. So he can actually draw a card with it, which is what he does, and then manages.
Thunderclap for 4 damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of cool
Interesting.
putting the Bob in the middle. It's a fun play. Plays
That's
out the
actually
Helm
true.
as well. Yeah, allowing both of them to use it is pretty good.
Makes me want to put Bob back in the TVT deck.
Okay,
On
but
my side.
the problem was you had it in with a bunch of low-cost cards.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
So-
saying. All right, I'm just gonna build a deck. Nothing below 3 mana.
So you spent 6 mana to do 4 damage, and it wasn't the best play we could have made.
So the board pretty reset here. Let's see what they got.
So he does deport the
Okay.
ephemeral
Yep.
twin, so that just disappears.
A pretty good play. Oh, 2 mana for that.
So Bob could get some value here if they don't have a way to deal with him.
They both are having a lot. They have a lot of mana, and they have no other cards in their hands. They are 100% going to be trying using Bob for that draw and that damage.
Yeah.
Especially Sarosi, whatever. He has 1 card besides the ones you can see. So how did Bob change again? Do you know?
So before he could only do that damage to face, and now he can pick a unit.
Okay. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Did they both discard? Your
No, it's just your
opponent, so-
opponent, so it'll just be Saris.
Can discard a biting blade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is unfortunate for Bob. He is now suppressed.
Oh, poor. That's tough for them. Although it was fall just for Sal, so be good. Could have got something out of there. Although they do have this orbital jam satellite, they could
do nothing with.
No, on the Baku Bogeyman.
Well, he's unsuppressible, so.
Huh.
But they
What a
just
key
move.
word.
They just move Bob over so that Robert can use him.
Is he the only
I think so. I think Baku
minion
Bogeyman
with
is
that?
the only unsuppressible minion. Someone in
Yeah.
chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's the only one.
Oh, the classic yellow Mesa Libre. Did
But
get a little nerf,
but
which
he-
it was well needed, but it's still pretty good.
He is stunnable.
I like those. I like those nerfs. Like it makes the minion worse, but they're still playable.
Yeah. I think the main thing that for Mesa Libre was that they he now dies to their own misanthropia, whereas before he was pretty good because you'd still leave behind a body for an extra turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, some decent damage there. Pulls the Olama ring, shoots the Baku Bogeyman for 4 damage.
Would have been nice to kill him, huh?
Yeah,
But that's what you get with Bob. You never know.
it's a whole lot of RNG.
A. Robert has no minions in his boneyard.
No.
He's got another enchantment in his hand. I mean, artifact. My bad.
Yeah, he's got the Olama ring.
Really like that card, actually. Not much happening here. Both the teams are thinking their plays. In 2v2, there is a lot of, if you've never played, there's a lot of communication when you're trying to make a play.
Yeah, trying to figure out the best play. Especially
these parts of the game.
Yeah, well, and especially if perhaps you both think that there's a better optimal play, because then you're talking through which play is probably going to work better, that type of thing.
I mean, yeah, even I take a glance at your hand sometimes to like be like, oh, maybe try this, blah
Yeah.
blah blah, because you may see something that your other partner doesn't see. Okay.
So they're just going to straight up drop the Armageddon Angel on that, and then drop a
Ooh,
Kushiel
and
too.
then pretty big over there.
Yeah, they just dropped 2 really big units, and they get Misanthropia.
And
That was
worth it because-
that was an instant Misanthropia too. He was
Oh, double Bemeni now. Look at that Bemeni doing its job.
Yep, healing back up a bit. They did just take out 2 very big threats. I don't know if Robert runs any Misanthropias, but that's both of them from Saris. So he is out.
Yeah, that's really big in 2v2. Once you know when those Misanthropias are gone, then
Well,
you can start tossing some stuff on the board. Oh, wow.
he snapped that off a bit too quick. The McSlippy didn't even have a chance to attack with his Kushiel.
Kushiel. Tendi twins losing out on 5 damage. We'll see if that is a factor in this game.
Well, it was only 2 damage because he was
It was
blighted.
blight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it could be. So
Maybe they don't need it.
now an important distinction to be made with so he used Wake the Bones to bring back Armageddon Angel, but now that makes her ephemeral, whereas before it did not. That was a change recently to Wake the Bones. So if they kill her again, she is gone forever.
Gone for. Oh, there is. It is the data core.
So
4
she's
minions for E. Robert over here. E. Robert.
yeah.
I guess Silence the Terragon on for the. I don't know.
Well, this way you can't put the biting blade or the pearl on it.
I mean, it didn't. Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
bit of miscommunication there probably, but
Definitely after that was played.
his
But
jamming satellite does
still-
still have 3 energy,
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it does. He can still use it 2 turns in a row. It's not
Yeah.
a huge deal.
yeah, correct.
The Mutton Morphosis. Mutton Morphosis. You see that 2 gem deported? I like that little nerf. I think it was pretty good call. There's that
We have a mission.
dropping her band,
Yeah.
feeding E. Robert
Can you see?
some mana.
So I don't know what their options are for board clear anymore. Okay, well Sapo
Zappa.
will deal with the Colossus
He's
just
gonna put
fine.
in the Llama Ring, have 5 artifacts going.
He might use that. Yep. That's a pretty beefy forgeling he's got out there now too.
Yeah, they're gonna start being pretty beefy. This is where this deck is gonna start coming in.
So both Robert and Saris, once again, down to very few cards in their hand compared to their opponents. McSlippy and Sin Theory.
Yeah.
Plain
This is
orange. Yeah, orange has a lot of draw options.
This is anyone's game right now, though, in TV2. You never know.
Yeah.
Health pools are pretty close. No one's playing yellow-green, so it could actually be a game here. Both of them with a good amount of mana. There could be a big green minion. It could be coming down something like a short stag or an Iku for Sin Theory. But McSlippy, I mean, he could have another one of those lanterns or tarragons. Okay.
Gonna spirit away the Sapo. Put down a ghoul.
Splash.
Wind
Solomon's.
It's not a card you see run a whole lot, but it's pretty decent.
It is pretty good. It has overrun too.
Yeah, it has overrun and it gets +2/+0 after it attacks. And then if it breaches, which there's a good chance it will, since it has overrun, it'll have Alpha
Yeah.
Strike after that. So
Breach is really easy to get on him.
some pretty cool artwork.
Yeah, really cool.
Alright. So Robert's got these 5 artifacts over here.
Yeah,
He can always suppress
5 artifacts.
he can suppress the Solomon's Gale for 2 turns in a row. So and he
and
does.
his Forgelings are gonna start being pretty strong. They're gonna be 7/7s. So is it random on the stats the Forgeling gets? I haven't played that much of
I actually have no
Fires.
idea.
or is it like the first guy always has Blast 1, the second guy has Blast 2,
I know
yada yada?
the first guy always has Armor 1, the second guy has Blast 2, the third guy has Regen, but I'm not sure
Yeah.
after that.
This guy has Blast 2 and Regen 2. Like that's a big minion.
Oh, Magnus.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Nice. Data. He uses his data core to put a maze up. Soldier.
Alright, these guys went pretty hard on this turn. It would be really unfortunate if McSlippy had his own Armageddon Angel here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Armageddon, but they've already used it twice on the
Well,
Sin Theory
yeah.
side.
Sin Theory no longer has one.
I mean, every orange runs one. You have to.
Yeah, I mean it's probably
It's
the
like
best.
orange is only
yeah.
clear.
It's probably Orange's best card. Okay, so he's just gonna tempt that. He'll do
You
some.
gotta think Sin Theory over here could have a Traitorous Murmur up his sleeve. So
The
that
temptation
card,
will
man.
just so the card will disappear after because it can't get sent back to the hand.
that's ephemeral. So
Yeah. Well, they're gonna Biting Blade. The
wow,
Pearl.
they put the Biting Blade on it. That's funny.
They did just use the Pearl on the Gale, which is a mistake since he's suppressed.
Yeah.
There are always
Oops.
consequences.
And a Bella to stun Magnus.
Ooh, Bella and Magnus. They know each other.
Why? You think they'd make a good couple?
I do. Look at them. They're like blue and lightning. But that's okay, because Magnus is already... Nah, he's alone. So...
I imagine they'll both use the mazes before... Oh, so they have a thunderclap. Which
I mean,
does...
they don't really have much cards here. They probably don't have those positions. They're just playing what they got.
Yeah. It's good. He now can suppress the Bella, which is a good play. Now he doesn't have to worry
Yeah.
about the Solomon's Gale.
Definitely suppress the belly. He's got plenty of energy on that thing. There it is. Can't find it. I love all the... They've been adding a ton of voice lines lately. It's awesome.
Saris has a Tarragon of his own. Puts it down. So the board is getting pretty wide here. For
Look at that
Saris and
health,
Robert.
though. We're pretty tied up.
Yeah.
Good game so far.
Okay, so he's just going to seal all the Tarragons. There was only 2. So in theory, could potentially have something like a short stag and bring back his Solomon's
Yeah.
Gale, which would be decent.
He's gonna have one of those big green minions. Pretty crazy how slow this game is for all the mana these guys have.
Yeah, they're thinking pretty hard about each play.
I like the new chat bubbles.
Yeah, they're cool.
I just wish there was more stuff to say.
Covering fire.
Yeah, there's the Volkov heavy.
Ghost in the system over here. So he's looking at 2 of Saris's
Who's-
cards.
How could you tell who he chose?
I believe it's just his opponent. Yeah, so it's always the guy across from
Ah.
him. It's not a choice. Oh, so he left a Celestial Dragon on top. That's an interesting play.
I wonder what the other card
Yeah,
was.
that does make you wonder what was he trying to protect there?
Like a perfect grade, maybe, or something. I mean,
So he plays it out. I mean, that makes sense.
eh,
They play out a
So
Harvester
you're-
on the Bemeni, so he gets the 3 HP from Harvester, and then 2 HP from Bemeni Falls, and they silence the Bella again.
he's got 3 mana stored up in that data. It's gonna be 4 next. But like, he only has 2 cards, so it's not really helping him anymore.
Well, and he's been getting some decent mana from the drop near band as well. So
Yeah,
Slippy plays Peach.
heals a lot. How much
Yeah.
was that? 7. 12. Wow.
12 HP heal.
That's pretty crazy for 2 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah, that Peach of Life is pretty good.
12 HP and draws a card.
Became a staple of Orange Purple, I think, because of Wonerick, who's hanging out in our
Yep.
chat right now.
Yeah. I even was watching a stream the other day. He was like, everyone uses Peach now. 'Cause I used it. Orange Purple's pretty fun.
So high HP totals still for both of these teams.
But 12 HP this late in the game isn't that great, especially in 2v2. In 1v1, could be huge, but
At last.
Okay, so he plays out the Scion.
possibly Scion the Celestial Dragon.
Most likely.
Yep. Man, everyone has so many. There's so much health right now, but no cars. It's gonna be interesting.
Oh, misfortune. So now the blast will kill it.
Huh. Nice.
What was that?
Misfortune did receive a little nerf and now does 1 damage to opponent's face instead of 2.
Robert has 4 mana stored up on this data core. Oh, another jamming satellite. So he jams the Bella. I suppose Saris could do it to the Kolobok, but plays out the Harvester again that was sent back by Rewind Hex. And at this point, McSlippy and Sin Theory definitely need the Armageddon Angel.
Yeah, McSlippy needs to draw his Armored Angel or they're in big trouble here. I don't know what else they could have. Or maybe like a Djago Supreme or a perfect grade, something
Well,
big.
yeah, the problem with those cards is they just don't clear this board. And they are looking at a very big board.
Bella has not been of use. She's just been sitting in that corner silence for 4
Yeah,
or 5 turns.
she stunned Magnus for 1 turn and has just been suppressed since.
Good job by the... What's their team name? Robert.
Lavish Moxie.
Lavish Moxie. Nice long game here, finally. I like it.
Oh, Pinnacle on Kolobok. That is something. That Kolobok just killed
You don't see that every
a
day.
Harvester. That is quite the strong little Kolobok. Now this ghoul can die to a Rogue Eidolon. He can move it over. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the ghoul could die to the Rogue Eidolon. He could... Yep, and that's what he's gonna do.
Look at that data core. It has 6, about to be 7 mana in it.
We'll see if Robert sacks this maze to draw a card. Another maze for Saris.
They're getting all these mazes from the harvesters.
And then he just plays a Zimic on our Robert. So
One of my favorite
drawing some
cards.
cards. They silence the Bella.
And Bella gets stunned once again.
And he just puts down a Jotun.
There we go. Need some overrun in this game to hit some face.
And another maze. Attack with the sheep. And this game is definitely starting to turn in Lavish Moxie's favor at this point. Both of their hands have decent amount of cards. Sin Theory only has 1 card. McSlippy sitting with 3, including an Immolation Cloak.
It is not looking too good. I mean, Robert has had 5 artifacts to help him out.
It's true.
That's a lot. There's not much they can do. An angel would be nice.
I definitely think the Angel is the key. Okay, so unfortunately
Grab.
she's suppressed, so she can't actually use that. So that's kind of a mistake.
Seal would have been nice to get. Awake the bone. She could have grabbed Awake the Bones and grabbed the minion also. So
Yeah.
a lot of options from putting that on her, messing up,
Yeah.
taken away. Interesting when that thing has.
Well, unfortunately,
when the other Eidolon has blast right next to it.
he can put Misfortune on it to just kill it too. They keep the Bella suppressed so she can't use Bald Mountain, so that was a pretty big mistake. Yeah, so with Misfortune she'll die due to the blast.
Yep.
He can play the Jotun back now for free essentially. A Harvester as well.
Yeah, this is not looking good for the Tendi twins. It is turning not in their favor.
Yeah.
An Unbreaking Angel, I think, would kill itself if it was played
1,
now,
2,
right?
3, 4,
'Cause it's
5,
7,
6,
it
7,
has to
8.
be.
Yeah. So there are 8 enemies out, so it would die if it got played. So it could wipe the board, but at what cost at this point? Saris and Robert have both been able to draw quite a few cards.
I don't think he runs it.
I mean,
Looking good.
He's at 17 cards.
he probably runs it. Maybe he's just having trouble finding it. They put down a Sword Saint at the Bemini, get some nice HP, plus now they have a Biting Blade they can put somewhere.
Yeah, this is game. They have that biting blade that's just gonna go on that Jotun or that Harvester, and it's no way the Tendy Twins.
Can you see?
Even this Colossus. So the
Put
Colossus
that
with the
immolation
cloak. Yeah.
Kills
Unfortunately,
everything.
the Eidolon will survive. The cloak does 2 damage.
Well, this Jotun's gonna do 5 more damage.
It really is unfortunate putting the Bald Mountain under Bella. I don't think they knew
Yeah.
that Suppress also stops.
Yeah, because it's like an ability of the
yeah.
minion.
It's an enchantment activation, so it stops that type of. And I mean, I've done it too. I've tried to do it like with Angel Loop, like have like a Braggy get suppressed to put the root under him to try and send him back into
Yeah.
my deck, and then been like, oh right, suppress stops any type of activation.
That's where experience comes in these CCGs.
Yeah.
You learn how all the keywords work together,
Hmm.
how to expose it. So I think they're just thinking
Yeah. So Sin Theory.
that they are screwed here. He doesn't even play anything.
So they put the Pearl to give him overrun.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's 5, 6, 11, 15. Yeah, they're gonna win.
Yeah, I'm not very good at
Yeah.
math, but I think this
That's
is
enough,
probably
that's
game.
That's enough. That's enough.
So, game 1 is going to go to Lavish Moxie.
It was pretty even the first couple of turns, and then like the Tendy Twins, they started off pretty strong, and then Robert, all those artifacts came out, and then
Yeah, his
even with Cynthia's 2 Armageddon Angels.
his artifacts got rolling pretty heavy. So teams do have a chance to change their decks if they want. They have 5 minutes in between each game, so we will hop back into game 2 as soon as it's ready.
They're getting back in their game here.
Not sure. I'm in their chat. It looks like McSlippy and Sin Theory, the Tendy Twins, may be making some changes. Maybe best talking about how they can beat up Robert and his artifacts.
I wonder if they're switching up any of their decks here.
Mm-hmm.
We do give them that option. 5 minutes between each round. You can change your whole deck. You can change a couple cards. Anything goes.
For
Didn't
anyone
want to be too restricted.
just tuning in, we do have all our VODs will be up on YouTube. So we have a YouTube channel. You can also take a look at our Discord, where these standings will be updated weekly, so you can check out the standings of how everyone's doing.
We missed the first game. Lavish Moxie took it.
Yes, so
Pretty commanding win. They
Mhm.
came healed up a lot and
all right, and they are in game 2. So here we go.
see if we got the same decks. Looks like Robert's definitely playing the same deck. So I want to see how they do about this artifacts over here. Cynthia's got to think about hitting the face to get those artifacts.
So I'll say this. Sin Theory and McSlippy, those card backs are different than what they had last time. So there is a
Are
chance.
they?
Yeah, there is a chance that they have switched up their decks a bit. So we will see if that works out for them.
Reporting.
So it's gonna immediately burn the maze. So McSlippy already we can tell is different because he has
Pretty
some
good
red
play.
cards.
Yeah, red. Yes, he was playing
To battle!
orange purple, right? Or purple.
Yeah, he was playing orange purple last game. But he just replaces it with
maze.
another maze.
In the same spot. Interesting.
Oh, and red orange over here. Oh. So burning the Thane makes it impossible for the Thane to trade and survive, as he often does. So orange
Robert
red
could-
Surprise!
and green red. So yeah, these two have definitely changed up their decks, whereas it looks like E. Robert and Saris have maintained the
let's
same
see
decks.
if it helps him out. I hope it does. Maybe with the red, trying to get a little more aggressive early game, which I think is actually a pretty good idea because their other two decks are pretty.
Their other
late
decks are a
game.
bit slower, so yeah, maybe with the red they can hit
Hit those
Robert
artifacts.
hit Robert in the face a bit more.
Hit Robert in the face.
Oh, Night Market.
Ooh, so this enchantment got a buff. I kind of like it.
It was interesting that he didn't play the Kolobot close enough over there that it could kill the maze after it drew its card. So now the maze is going to sit there for at least this turn and maybe even next turn, getting these random items. So it can either give you a Divine Compass, a Powerful Ramen, or a Squire Pike. So Robert does just trade the Thane into the Recruit and puts down a statue.
Which allows him to draw a card, which is pretty much every. Oh, and his
Saris
opponent will do the
also
same thing.
puts down a statue. So the random item he got this time was the Powerful Ramen. When you use that, you gain an additional free power activation. So he would get.
He could move the Kolobog choice.
Well, it's Saris who got it. Yeah.
My bad. I was looking at the Twitch, and you're viewing the opposite.
Yeah,
point of view.
I changed it up this time.
Changed the point of view. Yeah.
Went with Sin Theory and McSlippy this time.
They are playing against the same people though, but they have different decks. So
Yeah. So they put out the Ghoul. Ghoul's pretty good tech against, necromantic type things, but it doesn't really do a whole lot against.
yeah, I'm not sure they should have. They knew they weren't playing any green. Like, you really only want that against green.
There are probably better cards at that spot, but that's what they put out.
Yeah, I would have liked to see like a zero in recruiter.
Yeah, probably would have been
Yeah.
more effective.
Yeah. Robert could have like a Thane here. Maybe put up an artifact of his. Sal. Maybe a Meso. Purple token card. Burning the Zimic, interesting. I usually like to keep a Zimic in my hand because you know you're gonna want it when that's your last card. Feels good to use a draw card when it's the last card in your hand.
That's a good point. There is a chance they have 2 of them.
Leave it all on the track.
Interesting. Braggy's great new voice line there.
I will say this.
Can you feel it?
The Ghoul is good against Saris in that he runs that Vixen card, so he can remove the Racer in the Shadows from the graveyard. So he can do that. So Braggy's out here. That's definitely a unit they want to deal with. He's not as good on his second turn now that his Frenzy costs 3 mana, but he's still a very good unit. Just to cycle draw, he has warded, he does 3 damage. He's a very good card. In my opinion, he still might be the best Mythic in the game.
Braggy?
Yeah.
He's great. Warded. Warded is just a really good keyword.
I mean, he's got good stats too. He's warded, like you said, and card draw, especially cycling, is just so important. So
Cycling's really good because you can cycle out cards you have discarded, which is really good.
yeah. So yeah, in my opinion, Braggy's still the best Mythic in the game, even with his slight nerf. But so he's just gonna
He's
burn
so
the mace.
useful.
He's sick of the maze getting free items. This Braggy
Yeah,
is gonna get big.
he's got Robert could have a stairway coming soon. That Braggy will be a 7-9.
Not really sure. See, the problem with they are running they're running red green and
He
red
gave his
orange.
free.
So I think they want to move the Braggy over to kill the Ghoul. Yeah. The problem with red is a lot of their removal is based on doing damage. So it's really hard to get rid of a unit like Braggy.
Well, red has. They got the 2 extract lives, heals them up. They got the Crimson Pact, and then they got the gig. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, and ignition.
Magmatar.
Yeah. But see, all those things, only the Gigantomachia works on Braggy.
Yeah, or extract life. Oh,
Oh.
extract life does not work as the warded.
They could also play Dark
I
Passenger.
tested it out once because it lets you do the extract life. I was like, huh. It lets me use it. Why does it let me use it? Because like destroy cards, it like bounces it off, but with the extract life, it lets you actually cast it on.
So
this
they got
Skullbox getting pretty buffed up over here, but
they got the Vixen
they have
out.
some satellites, so
Oh, they do have the Machia. That's actually
It
a very
is.
good Gigantomachia because it gets rid of the Vixen and the Braggy.
oops. Why do you say oops?
So Sin Theory is talking smack. Maybe that's what his oops was for, realizing that he wasn't going to be able to kill this Forgeling.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
So the Machia does take care of the Braggy and the Vixen, which are the Vixen probably wasn't going to get a ton of value because they did get rid of the Racer from the graveyard, but
Don't worry, it isn't catching.
so they have to buff up the Poxbringer so that he can do damage to the Heavy, because otherwise the Heavy's armor was going to prevent him from taking any damage. So he's got Blight too, so he will still survive this turn.
Robert brings out the data core again.
Yeah. Oh, to Heaven and Back in the middle. It's an
and
excellent value machine. They can just keep throwing
it's
units down.
lighted, so that thing will be dead pretty soon. There's nothing they can do about it.
Oh,
Oh.
Cerberus.
Ooh.
So he attacks
gotta-
all 3 lanes. So if all 3 lanes are empty, he actually does 9 damage to face.
Yeah, I didn't really know that, but I was watching a stream and they use it. I was like, wait, he just did like 12 damage to face. I was like, what the
Yeah.
heck?
So he does a decent amount of damage to face. And even if you put 1 blocker, he'll do 3 damage to him, but he'll still attack the other 2 lanes.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Who pulls
Oh.
your strings?
Oh.
Oh, they're gonna take the guy off the Armageddon or off the Angel, having him back.
They could.
Move all the minions to the left. Is it just on their side or is it the whole opponent's, like both the sides in 2v2?
I'm not actually sure how it works in 2v2.
Let's see him use it. I'm not sure if it goes just to the end of his opponent's board or if it goes all the way to the left. Wouldn't it be a bad play to get him off the...
Yeah,
Having him
and
back.
maybe that's what they're considering. Okay, so he's just gonna give -2/-2 to this guy. So now when he attacks, he'll only do 3 damage.
Actually, yeah, that's actually goes from 9 to 3. Yeah, it's 6,
Yeah.
saving himself 6 actual health from that. So good play.
Yeah. So
Math.
Robert is just out here running these forge lanes.
It's 3 forgelings
Yeah.
on the board.
Okay, so that's odd. Moving the... I mean, they could have attacked with the...
Targets down.
I feel like that's a misplay, because they could have just attacked with the heavy to have him die on the stairway, and then moved the Cerberus over. That was definitely a misplay on Synthery and McSlippy. But they dropped the Angel, get rid of all the Forgelings, get rid of the Jinsuk, and they did get the Cerberus back. So now the Cerberus will be agile and be a 4/10. So that Cerberus is going to be pretty mean.
What does that Cobblejack say? Can't find it.
Like if you click on him, you can see parts from like other cards. You can see like the Dragon's Tooth and like Leshy's like sunflowers. There's a lot of little Easter eggs in his artwork.
Yeah, I really like a lot of the artworks in this game. They're like that. Like they don't look like much, and you zoom up that full image, and you're like, oh my goodness, there's so much detail in this. It's awesome.
So a Panic Raider on Stairway, very good card, because now you can put it down and swing again. Notice too that Kolobok died last turn, so McSlippy is actually at 10 mana, even without having only burned up to 7.
Got anything good?
The Angel Panic Raider.
So they're just gonna
Panic
seal.
Raider did receive a little buff,
Systems
but
optimal.
not a big deal, or a little nerf.
I think
Ooh.
it's less of a deal for 2v2 certainly.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that.
For 1v1, I think it's starting to matter a lot more, but for 2v2, yeah.
Zimmy from Robert.
Wondering what he's gonna suppress with the satellite.
Suppress the Raider or the Wind Fury?
The Wind Fairy has Frenzy. Raider can draw cards, so I guess it depends what you're trying to stop.
Probably the Wind Fury. I forgot it does Frenzy. That's 8 damage.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a Meso, so.
So if you suppress it and then kill it while it's on the enchantment, does it come back? Or
It
no?
does, yeah. Because that's not an
Yeah.
activated ability, so.
I do wish if it suppressed a minion, it couldn't come back from like stuff like that. In Hades, it'd be a nice counter. And none of the stuff silences. Like, what silences besides the satellite?
What does? I'm not sure
Do
what.
you know? Like, no minions. Like, any minions silence?
Baku Bogeyman does. Feel free to help us out in chat.
That's really it. I don't really know.
What suppresses things?
Like,
So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that keywords in this game that only a couple minions have. Which isn't a bad thing. That's a good thing. They want everyone to have everything.
I think Rune of Denial can also suppress.
Oh.
Alright, well I like this play in that you're forcing them to have the removal. There's a
I
good
don't
chance
know
they
if he
do.
does.
Well, Saris might have a Misanthropia. He's pretty deep into his deck.
I don't think Robert. What they do last time? I think he does have a Magnus.
Oh.
Ooh, now that's gonna be a big Leshy.
Together at last.
It's a fun play.
Wait, he does. He did get his Cerberus back.
Yeah, his Cerberus is an angel. So it's a 4/10 with Agile.
That's scary as shit. Wait, so
Now there's a good chance that Robert can have a Magnus okay, he just insta snaps that Misanthropia on the ground.
an Agile Cerberus doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't do anything.
Not that much.
It does nothing. No.
Oh. So suppressing the Leshy, so he's going to be a 10/10 next turn. It's not the same as Abomination dies.
Why'd he suppress the Leshy?
I don't know. I don't think. Yeah, he's saying oops. I think he's realizing that he.
You should have just hovered over it and it shows you if it dies, you know?
Yeah. So that was a misplay on Saris's part.
Unfortunate.
So now he's having to
Sorry.
put something down to block it.
Yeah, Leshy doesn't have overrun, so
Yeah.
overrun matters so much on those big minions. I'm telling you, like the big minions without overrun, like Sapo, it's scary, but at the same time, you put something small in front of there and it can't do anything.
Now McSlippy and Cynthia are both red, so there's a good chance they can just kill this Sword Saint.
I'm surprised. I haven't seen much of life tap coming out from them. Where's like their pups or their? Oh, that data core just got really buffed up from that. Data core has 5 mana. Robert could be playing something big, but he only has 2 cards in hand.
The parry on the Stairway or Heaven and Back is a really good play because then when she dies, you can play her again.
Crazy
she's
value.
honestly one of the best units to put on that card.
Yeah, it's so good. I love orange just for that enchantment. It's so fun to play with.
So they're dropping the Angel Cerberus. This thing can hit all 3 lanes and is agile.
Well, the agile honestly does nothing.
And the second Leshy, so...
That's pretty scary, top right corner.
I mean, in theory, the agile could do something like he could attack 1 lane to the left. So, like, if
No,
this,
because he attacks all 3 lanes.
I know, but so if he attacks all 3 lanes that he hits, so if he attacks 1 lane to the left, then he'd attack those 3 lanes.
You think? I don't know. I think it's just all 3 opposing lanes in front of him, not where he attacks. So it'd do the same.
Maybe.
It'd attack the 3 same spots.
That could be
Pretty
correct.
sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel ya. That might be right. I'm not sure. I've never seen an agile Cerberus,
Me neither. But
so I don't actually know how it works.
Vilja Windfury is about to come back, and she's gonna be pretty scary. Her agile with a blast is very good.
Oh,
I was
and
playing the
and
other day
Frenzy.
Yeah, I was playing the other day in the Vocaloid. I forgot it had like the 3 blasts, and it had agile, and it absolutely screwed me.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, because it was the angel version, it just died. Or it could be turned into a sheep because it made his cost go down. So
That data core, check that number, 17. That's a lot.
So they just cleared out the entire board pretty convincingly. But they are, so you look at Saris and it looks like he's got a lot of cards, but only one of them is not
They're all tokens.
Yeah. And that Leshy is actually going to survive this turn and do another 7 damage to face.
Oh, I meant to put a follower thing. I gotta do that for next week.
So we know Sin Theory has another parry that he can drop to eventually refill his hand again. McSlippy's got the Velia Wind Fury that he can put down.
In the center ring.
In
Oh,
the center ring.
Dashing Ringmaster. So unfortunately, it doesn't work with Wind Fury anymore.
Yeah, since it's buffed angel.
Yeah, it's gone up to 5.
Maybe for
It does
Magnetar.
work with the Magnetar.
And that, yeah, that too.
So he's gonna draw 2 more cards off this.
That is so awesome.
Got anything good?
See, I would have put the Panic Ritter on that.
Reporting.
I mean, getting back the Ringmaster is very important too.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to kill both satellites, which is pretty
Doing
big.
a good amount of damage to that. Wow.
Yeah,
11 damage.
they just
11 health left.
killed both satellites, so that really helped them.
Switching up their decks, and it looks like it's working for them. I
Yeah.
love to see it. Makes me happy.
Yeah, definitely they went with a more aggressive build, so they were able to stay on top of
Robert does not have 5 artifacts like he did last match.
his data core sitting here with 19 energy, and it looks like he has no way to
Yeah,
really
that's what I'm
spend it.
saying. You the thing about the data core is you use it all at once. So that's why when I get to like 2 or 3, I'm just like I'm gonna use it, or else you get to like 8 and then it gives you too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather use like 2 every like 2 turns instead of never use it. Like Robert's gonna use it and it's gonna give him 10 mana, but he's not gonna be able to use 10 mana.
We don't know that.
Maybe like unless he has like a Dragor and a Harvester, that'd be pretty sick.
So we can see McSlippy's hand now, because he used Mind Freak on it.
Oh.
And he made the Traitorous Murmur, cost 9, but it's still, I mean, it's still a Traitorous Murmur. Like, he can
Yeah.
afford that. He has 11 mana, so if they put down something big, he can still afford to use it. And he does have a
But-
Wings of Abaddon as well. So
Another
that's
Zimic.
a
It's
lot
the
of
second
damage.
Zimic. Robert just looking for some answers here. He has that data core, so he can play anything. Yep, play anything he draws.
So he's got 12 mana. Let's see what he's going to do with it.
Oh, something with blast. Oh, a Jotun.
And stone.
I would have thought he would have put that Frecky sidecar in the middle a little more. So
Kind of looks like he just wants to keep it alive.
some nice overrun damage off. Did he stun with the Meso and then move?
He did.
Interesting. I was watching Robert's side.
So this is interesting. They've got to be really close to lethal because they can put down the dashing Ringmaster again.
Wings of Abaddon.
Yeah,
It's already 4.
They have 7 damage that we can see between Wings of Abaddon and the Magnetar.
Yeah, 7.
So if they can find 4 more damage,
Extract life the Jotun. That's 9.
plus an infuse, would be up to 10. So
And then just put the dashing Ringmaster in the middle and hope Sin Theory definitely has some of the rush face with. Yeah. Oh.
At last.
Oh, that could have
I think
hit face.
yeah,
If you put the Ringmaster, they
They-
could have won.
they
If you put the Ringmaster down and then that hit face and then Wings of Abaddon, that's game.
they definitely misplayed that. That was
Yeah. Ringmaster and then
In the center ring.
oh.
they misplayed that. They did have lethal there with
Yeah.
the Wings and Sign of
Scion.
Pride.
100%. What is he saying? What a misplay.
Yeah. Oh. No, that doesn't work. That's not
What?
being brought into the. Yeah.
What was that?
I think he thought maybe that would be like the same as bringing a unit into the.
They're still gonna win, probably. I don't see much. Like he has that Wings of Abaddon, so unless they heal,
Yeah, I mean this is definitely this would be definitely a very hard game for
but
Robert
they
and Saris
definitely
to
did
come
have
back,
lethal.
but they did miss lethal.
Come on, Tendy Twins.
Do we have a mission?
Yeah. I mean, the biting blade on the Jotun. I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah,
gonna
it's
get
true.
back. It's only 10, but but it hits face with the overrun, so that's full 10 health. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's gonna actually heal up.
10 all 10.
So
So if you don't have that overrun, the life steal life tap would only get you for 3, but with this overrun, it's gonna heal them for 10.
they're now up to 15. So we will see, but that misplay could very much cost these guys. Now their
I mean,
ringmaster is gone.
it could get traitorous murmured. Extract life too.
I mean, there are definitely ways they
But-
could get rid of it, but they're also down to 22. Like
Yeah,
that.
but they got. He has all the damage top right. He has 14 damage top right. Or bottom right for you on the stream.
Yeah, I mean, they have to do something about the Wind Fury. Like, they can't just ignore the Wind Fury, that's for sure. And
I
it kind of
mean,
looks like they are, so that's...
Sal hasn't played anything yet, so he's got something.
I mean, he has one card. We don't know what it is.
I'm gonna be sad if they lose.
And the issue is the Wind Fury has Agile, so it doesn't even matter if you put something right in front of it.
Yeah. Oh, why? Wait, did Sal have? Oh, he didn't have anything. Is that game? Yeah, just Traitorous Murmur the Meso Libre.
I mean, that's only
That's
14,
14.
16 damage they have. They have...
I don't know about that. I was gonna be able to stun that guy.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
they
good.
have it with Infuse. Alright. That was close
Nice.
after the...
Hey, I'd have been scared if I was a Tendy Twins there.
After the Jotun got the life link. That was close.
But we're gonna get our game 3 exactly what we want when we're streaming these featured games. I'd love to see it.
So, these guys will be playing a game 3 to see who gets the win this week. They have a 5-minute timer in between games to change their deck if they want.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, make sure to check out our Discord, check out our YouTube videos that we're posting of our weekly vids, our weekly featured matches. Good job, Tendy Twins. You guys did have lethal the turn before though, but you didn't lose. That's all that matters. Excited for game 3. You guys change up your decks. I like that. Good luck in the last one. We're hoping for a good one. That first game was a really good game. Nice and long. That was a good game too.
I do know that Sin Theory had mentioned that he was not feeling very good today. Perhaps that could be part of his misplays. Alright, and they are in game.
Reporting.
Hot stuff coming through.
All right, let's go game 3 here for all the marbles.
So it looks like both teams are maintaining the decks they used last game. I like that from Tendy Twins. I like that they realized the deck worked and that they are going to stick with it. I like that they changed it up in between games.
Double Kolobok.
An early data core can be really good.
Yes.
The earlier you get it, the
Even
better. Yeah.
Even using it just for 1 mana early game can be a huge tempo swing.
Yeah.
Get that early Jotun down. An early Kara.
Yeah, that type of thing can really swing a game one way or another. So Slippy's got the double cola box out here for the Tendy Twins. But nothing to kill them on.
See, if I was him, I would kill both those at 1. Get 2 mana right away.
He has no way to kill them as of right now.
Yes.
Oh.
An early Leshy. But at 6/6 turn 3 is pretty
Yeah,
good.
That's definitely dangerous. That's not something that Lavish Moxie can just ignore, like they were ignoring the 2 cola box.
At least I got back the many falls.
Poxbringer is definitely an okay answer. He'll drop down to a 4.
That's a
2.
great answer.
Yeah, so he'll only get 1 turn where he actually gets to attack. So they will take 4 damage, assuming they don't put anything else there.
I think Blade's one of the best removals.
Now Robert does have 2 mana because of the Poxbringer dying.
So he
so
could.
He could actually burn up to 5 if he.
I mean, he could burn. Oh, I would say burn a blue and then play like a Kara, or we'll see what he has.
There's a good chance he doesn't
Wait,
run Kara.
3, a 5. What's a 5 yellow?
To battle.
Zolia maybe or something. But he did burn it. He used it to get the helm.
Play an artifact.
So he'll buff up the Thane.
Probably all he really had.
It's a good
See,
play
I
though.
like the data core. I like the data core in decks where you can put down bigger minions. Like if he could have played like a Jotun there or a Kara, that would have been huge. Or a Braggy, could have been really nice.
I wouldn't underestimate a 3/4 Thane.
Yeah, he will defend against both those guys. Not anymore. So since Saint dies, time that 1
Yeah.
recruit on the right, the eager. Get some face damage in.
Fortune favors us.
Getting an early
These
parry
call-
in
these-
can really help.
Colobox are ramping up. They're about to give McSlippy. Hope he
Yeah,
draws some.
they'll
he
give
draws some
him-
bigger minions here.
Yeah, they'll give him each 2. Or no, I guess the 1 is at 3. So the 1 can give him 2 mana and the other one will give him 1 mana if they were to die this turn.
Has Soros even played a minion yet?
No.
Wow, and he's not gonna play a minion again.
I think they're about to thunderclap here.
Yeah, I mean,
So that way they'll only actually get 1 mana out of these double Kolobok
he just burnt a thunderclap.
to play a Magnus.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
So
that
he's
play.
1 mana.
I like that play. He, his data core fills
Yeah.
back up real heavy. They managed to avoid one of the Kolobok giving mana. So essentially, he only got mana from a single
His data
Kolobok.
core. You see it? You just got 2 mana from that, so
Yeah. He also was able to, Magnus is better than Thunderclap in that it creates a body as well.
Saint Trish, sweet play. It was a nice play.
Got anything good?
Got anything good? Is that what Panic Raider
Yeah, that
says?
Panic Raider sounded really weird.
Got anything good?
It's not how I would have pictured Panic Raider sounding, but
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like a little wimp. So
an interesting. This is
Robert can play a lot of cards. He has 6 mana.
yeah.
He uses that data core, and a 6 with 2 blues and 2 yellows. He could play a hard. Like there's a lot of things he could play. Actually, he burns. He could even play like a Dragor. Like he could play some big stuff right here if he has it. But I don't know if he runs. I know he runs some Jotuns. I don't know if he runs that stuff any much bigger, but
I think we've seen Jotuns, we've seen a Sapo, but that's about it.
I think Dragor is pretty good. I've been running him lately, and I really like him. He does with his overrun. It does so much damage. I really want him to use that data core. He's gonna save it up too long again.
Well, it also depends if you actually have a play to make.
Yeah.
You don't want to vomit your hand using data core and then have everything die, and then you sit there feeling stupid. Robert's been around for a while. I trust him to make the right play with the data core.
Yeah. Ooh.
So another very early seal from Sin Theory.
But he does already have 2 orange gems, so it's not that the worst.
It also helps that it allowed McSlippy to draw a card.
He burned his Scion. I don't know about that. I don't know. That's definitely not what I'd be burning. Scion is too good. Need some extra face damage to Dona.
Oak is a very good card here. I would not be surprised to see them drop a Misanthropia here. Just to get rid of the warded Gallows, the Oak, and the... Oh, a Llama Ring is an excellent play because now his stuff can trade.
Survive.
It buffed up the maze enough that Saris was able to draw a card with it as well. Silencing the Oak. Suppressing.
Yep. I mean, I didn't think really anything was gonna die, but
He might also be using it because he knows he can't defend the satellite.
I would have used it when you're about to kill it, so the guy doesn't get the draw from it.
Well, I was saying that and that he might not be able to defend it, so it might be dying this turn.
What's up, Hooded Mr. 7?
So Saris still hasn't he hasn't burned a card yet either. Burns the Rogue Eidolon.
He has a lot of mana and a lot of cards, so
Oh, Jin Sook
Oh.
is a fun way to get rid of the Gallows Boy. Gives him a -2/-2, so it doesn't even matter that he's warded. So he is losing the satellite, but
losing the satellite. Yep.
thanks for the follow, Hooded Mr. 7. Anyone else?
Wait,
You can follow as well, where we'll have our featured matches every Sunday, but Faeded and I would both like to start streaming if we have time during the week when people are playing their matches. We want to stream on this channel as well. We're going to try and do that a bit more. So if you follow us, you can know when we go online. We'll also always drop a reminder in both the Mythgard Discord and the Kryptik Discord.
How do you see who followed?
I have it up on OBS on my activity feed.
That's what it is. I was like, I can't just see.
Thanks for the follow, Jahan Mums.
Is that the first 2 follows of the night?
Wanarek followed us an hour ago too that I didn't notice.
Oh, what a guy. Yeah, I can't see that, so...
So the satellite goes down. He uses Wake to Bones to bring back the Leshy. So he's got a pretty big Leshy out there.
But
Big Slippy and Cynthia are both really low on cards.
yeah, I was just gonna say that. I mean, it is fall next turn for both of them, so...
It's true. They will both be drawing 2 cards.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be a worry for like a turn or 2 more. But they need something to deal with this Leshy. Maybe a Spirit Away. I think we saw Spirit Away from Sao in 1 game, I believe.
Yeah.
So I think he has it.
Data core is up
Robert's
to
got
14.
7 mana,
Yeah.
so he's gonna have 13 mana if he uses that.
Oh, the Sapo will do it.
Okay. Yep.
Once again, as we said, Sapo is really good against red because, you know, he's got warded. So he's a tough threat to remove. Anything with warded is a tough threat to remove for red in general.
Wait, how does red even remove warded?
Gigantomachia is probably their best bet.
Yeah, Gigantomachia, or it has to just kill it with minions.
Yeah, or you have to ram your face into it a few times.
Yeah, wasting those valuable rush minions.
Yeah. So we'll see if either of them drew it. They both
The
did.
Jin Suk is almost at the branded.
She's at 4, yeah.
What's
So-
the branded on her? Return a minion to owner's hand. So you can use an ability that you can return a minion to your hand. Like it's just your ability on your
On her,
character?
yeah. On you, yeah. So you have that brand. You can use it once a turn.
So it's like an artifact, like it shows up where your
Yeah.
artifacts are.
Yeah, that's where brands go down there. I've never actually gotten her brand off.
Me neither. I've never seen someone use it.
This is a prestige Jin Suk. It's a pretty cool card.
I did like the golden border on the prestige cards.
Yeah.
Especially
Oh.
on like the maze, like on the defenders, it looks cool.
Well, Sin Theory does run Seal.
Oh,
Targets down.
That's interesting.
pretty good angel here.
Yeah,
but
that's
it does
definitely a good
not
angel.
Kill the
No, Sapo's still there, but
Sapo.
I'm wondering if they have a murmur. A murmur would make this
A
Sapo
murmur.
would make the Sapo feel real bad.
Do you
No, but that'll also
Okay,
make him feel
not
bad.
A bad play.
Got anything good?
Draw some cards.
Yeah, a way to
Get
refill
the
your hand.
artifacts.
Yeah. Yeah, Sin Theory does run. We've seen him run at least 1 Seal of Exile. He might run more.
Robert has 10 mana on this data core.
Oh, here comes the Bob.
There it is. Gonna use it on the Armageddon Angel and hope draw something over 4. Or no, or the Night Hag. Do they get it on the night? Oh,
One short.
I mean, Saros.
He has
he,
10
burns
mana.
Something.
He can, you know, well, I mean, he has 10 mana as well. So he can drop the
Oh
sidecar,
yeah,
use his data core, and get plenty of mana.
yeah.
So Bob is back. Oh, buffing up the Llama Ring again.
2 Olama rings. Sao can use the Bob now.
No, it's only 1.
Yeah, oh yeah, never mind.
It's an activation. So it's different than like Daigoju, who like everyone can use. Because it's an action.
Wait, I thought blue utility meant you can use it.
No, it's still only once.
Yeah, but utility means they can attack too, and then
Yes,
orange means they
correct.
can attack.
Yeah, correct.
But then how do you know if they can like use it more than once?
If it wasn't that blue thing, like if it was just the 3 mana, they could just keep
if it's
doing
just,
it.
Oh yeah, if it's just the mana, yeah, okay.
Then
Like
you-
that. Oh yeah, like the Plague Maiden. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, or like
I,
Daigoju.
dude, I was playing 1v1 today, and it was a really good game. And this guy had been through a Plague Maiden at like at the end of the game, and he just had like 10 mana, and he used it like 8 times, and I died. We were
Yeah.
both at like I was at like 5 health, and he was at like 6, and he just used it 5 times. I was like, feels bad, man. It just took so long. He was just spamming it. I was like, God damn it.
So they deport the ephemeral
Fortune favors
twin, so he won't be getting it back at all. Robert's stuff over here is pretty strong. You know, Sin Theory hasn't done as good of a job doing a lot of damage to him this time around.
A 4/5 Frecky sidecar. That's
Yeah.
nothing to mess around with.
Yeah, the
'Cause if
sidecar.
that thing stays alive, Robert could put anything next to that, and it will be able to hit face. It could be, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, you see his forge lane he could put down, and that thing would be a 6/6. So they're gonna kill the Bob.
Get some health.
They really want that guy to hit face so they can draw. So, but the
What
sidecar,
happened to the? Oh, it got detained.
leaving the it is detained, so they could deport the twin. Leaving the sidecar up could be very painful for these two.
Yeah, but oh, Robert needs to do something there. No, Saint.
Honestly-
decks are not posted anywhere.
Yeah, you can feel free to ask anyone for their list afterwards. We don't post their decks anywhere.
I do wish they added it as a feature when you watch a replay. You can just click on their profile, where it says like view profile, unfollow block, and then it could be like copy deck list.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
I think that's a feature that a lot of people would like.
And I'm sure they're implementing it, and it wouldn't be that hard because they already put it on the new Twitch overlay.
So honestly, these guys might be seeing if they have lethal, because they have a Pearl to overrun the parry as well. Seeing what they could drop next to him.
Oh,
Yeah, so they're gonna
Oh,
Pearl right there.
that's 7 damage. And then if Robert has something big for this, he's a Jotun. Yep.
Oh, he does have a Jotun. So yeah, that is.
It's a lot of damage.
He can use the data core now to
And
play
he
the
uses
forge
data
lane.
core to get.
So if he uses it, he can play the forge lane,
Oh, that's game.
and that is game. So yeah,
Wow.
leaving that sidecar alive.
Yeah, that's sidecar. You never want to leave a sidecar for an extra turn because that's what happens.
Yeah. All right. Well, good games. Lavish
Great
Moxie
games.
pulls it out over the Tendy Twins, 2-1. Those were very good games. That was a fun one to watch to the end. So all of our games will go up on YouTube.
The next day.
Yeah, we kind of assumed that, Sin Theory, that you guys couldn't really get rid of the sidecar. It definitely came in handy back for them. So
Yeah, and it was buff, so it was like a 4/5. It wasn't just like a little 1/2 sidecar.
So as we were saying, yeah, all our games will end up on YouTube probably tomorrow sometime.